What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be very exciting as we are going to unbox and review this custom Mark 85 life-size bust with Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt, which no company has ever done before. Now, when they first announced this piece, I had a lot of my doubts because I never heard of this company before. But shout out to my main man, Anton, for getting this for me. As I had my doubt, he basically prepaid everything for me in the beginning, and once it get to the warehouse, he got someone to take photo and video just to make sure everything is as it seemed to be. Then I paid everything to him, and it got here for less than 10 days. So shout out to VVIP Collectibles Store and Anton. I'll put the link down in the description. And now let's get this sucker out of the box, man. All right, guys, we got everything assembled, and I have a lot to say about this piece. And again, I think I am going to do the pros and cons so you guys can actually compare everything together to see whether it's worth it or not. First, let's start with the packaging. I think the crate that it comes with, that's a really good idea, but the foam inside is just so cheap, man. Just a like regular cutout, at least make it like more premium or something, you know what I mean? And then it come with this little pamphlet of books, and it's just basically showing you like how everything was sculpted, how it was made, promotional photos, all that, which is pretty cool. And then they give you this kind of like a thank you card, which I don't even think you need it, honestly. Now, the head sculpt come in this little case, which is acrylic. I mean, it's kind of cheap, but I mean, it does protect the head pretty well. And you have a couple of screws here that you actually have to take out, which it can be a little hard to do by yourself. All right. And other than that, the accessory, of course, you get the sunglasses, the EDS glass that it comes with, and the case, it has some design on it, but nothing really special about it. But it's kind of cool that they kind of give you this glass to put on Tony here, if you like that. Okay, let's take a look at this little mini bust that come with this, just for the alternate heads. But you can put the Robert Downey Jr. head on this one as well. But there is no pros in this, to me at least. Well, the base itself, it got some design to it, but it just, I don't know, man. It's too bland, too plain for me. And the bust itself, as for the neck, man, I don't know, dude. Like, the design is cool to have, but it just seems so fake. You know what I mean? So that's another con about this. There are some nice thing about it, which is like the red paint that they did, but that's about it. Everything else that I don't really like. And as you can see here, the head is not that heavy at all. And it comes with a scuffle right here in front of the mask, which, I mean, it shouldn't have happened with the QC and all. But all right, I don't mind it because I didn't buy this bust to put the Iron Man head of this one onto display. I'm just gonna put this back in a box because I don't really care for it. Plus, I already have the Mark 85 by Queen Studio. That looks so much better. But just look at the paint. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad, but it's not good either. So it's still a con to me. The design and everything looks legit, but yeah, I just don't really care for it. So that's that for this. Okay, now let's get to the main bust. For the pros, I think they did a pretty nice job as far as the candy red color on the Iron Man suit here, which I kind of do like, and it got pretty nice weight to it, just like Queen Studios or other licensed company. Another pro that I kind of like is the design on the back. I think it looks pretty good here. Every line is pretty clean. Other than some silver color I just don't like and the gold, everything else looks really good here. And of course, for another pro, and I think it's for a lot of us who decided to buy this bust, is of course the Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt here, which I think they nailed it, man. Like maybe 99%. I'll give it 1% that sometime on some angle with the, I'll show you guys later which one that I don't like. But overall, I think you can mistakenly say that this is not Robert Downey Jr., man. I mean, the details and everything look so good. Even the hair, the forehead might be a little bit too wide, but I think it's fine. Yeah, the eyes, man, eyebrows, facial hair, I think they just nailed everything here. And I kind of like that, it just have a lot of details on the face with the wrinkle and how it's not all smooth like this. Yeah, very nice, man. Like the hair here looks really good. Yeah, even the stubble on the face. So definitely, yeah, this is a pro for sure. Another pros is they did use a pretty premium silicone here. It's pretty hard, like Infinity Studios or Queen Studios. And the nose, yeah, definitely you can kind of move it around a little bit, but this is the same quality as the license. And the forehead, they all have a little bit softer touch than the Chic, which I really do like. Yeah, man, great job here. Another pro is they really pay attention to details because Robert Downey Jr. nose is a little bit crooked to the right, and they definitely did the same here. All right, and the hair, it came in style like this with the product on it. Everything here you can kind of see it's all hardened, which I do like. And the fact that it come in like a little protective case. So everything is what you get from the get-go. Another pros that I like is the glass eyes they use. Even like the eyelashes right here, it just capture Robert Downey Jr. really well. Another thing I like is how they sculpted the mouth and the color of it. It just looked very natural, as well as all the mustache on his lips and the little goatee going on here. Look just natural. Another pro that I like is the accessory, the EDF glass that come with it. I think that is pretty cool, even though it is cheap stuff. But I just like that they give you the accessory that you can have. Now we're getting to the cons. Let's start with the base here. Just look at this, man. There's no details, very bland, it's all same color. I just hate this for real. I mean, wow. When you're paying that much money, you kind of expect it to be more. And also this nameplate, this is not bad, by the way. I think they did a very nice job on like making it look like it's battle damage here, but you don't really need it. Plus, the magnetic here doesn't catch. So yeah, it can just fall off at any time. Another con is the arc reactor. It's built into the suit. You can't press it out like the Queen Studios one. But just look at this, man. This is some cheap toy shit right here. It looks really bad. Let me try to turn the lights on for you. When you turn the lights on, it looks pretty good, right? You can't see all the details, but the brightness of the light is pretty good, but not on every single spot that it has light up feature. Another bad thing that I don't like is the color of the gold on his suit here. It's almost like silver, basically. And I'm not sure if the gap right here on the suit is meant to be or not. It looks very weird. It looks like they use another part and kind of just glue it in. So that kind of worries me a bit. But yeah, just see how the gold is so subtle that it needs to be a lot more saturated, man. And another con, I'm not sure what they are trying to do here. Like, what is Tony Stark wearing underneath? This design here just doesn't really work for me, and it just like plastic cut off right underneath. See the silver part here? It just looks really bad, right? It's kind of sloppy looking. I don't like it. Another thing that I don't like is the right ear. It looks so waxy and so fake. Even though on the left, it's almost the same, but it looks a little bit better for some reason. Yeah. I don't know. That kind of bothers me a bit. All right. One more thing that I want to mention is for the Iron Man head, when you put it into the body, it looks pretty good. It looks proportional. But when I first taken it out, when I have it in my hand like this, it looks so small and slim. See, when you compare the head with the RDJ head sculpt, it is significantly smaller. So I'm not sure if RDJ head is bigger or this is just way too small, but we're gonna find out by going to compare it with the Queen Studios Mark 85. All right, now let's get to the measurement. Let's start with the depth. Okay, the depth is at about 14.5 inches or about 37 centimeter. The height is at 31.5 inches or about 80 centimeter. And the length from shoulder to shoulder, it is at 22 inches or about 57 centimeter. Yeah, it's take about the same, as much room as the other Queen Studio bust because, you know, it doesn't have the arm like Infinity Studio, which is good. All right, here it is. The Queen Studio Mark 85 life-size bust. Definitely, I think the proportion, it is about the same, but I think the head is bigger on Queen here. But the design, the paint job, everything else, I think Queen is just so much better. You can definitely tell between the two. And let's check out the arc reactor first. Just look at that. The details of it, everything inside compared to this. See, even the color, the details, oh man, Queen is just so much better. The only bad thing that I hate about this is you have to plug it in and charge it before you can use it. Now, as far as the head, let me go ahead and compare it here. What do you think? It's about the same, right? Yeah, probably is the same. Yeah, doesn't look weird. It is about the same size, but I think as far as the color and detail and everything, Queen is just much better. Yeah, the line is so much cleaner on Queen Studios as well. But all right, we saw the size. It is about the same. That's good news. Here, I got him next to Thor. I think they look pretty good together. And as far as the silicone color on the skin, Thor is a little bit more smoother as far as the skin and the color. This one, it just have a little bit dim in color to make it look more like he has some age to him. So it's kind of more realistic to me, I think, if you're going to compare between the two. All right, now he is next to Iron Spider and Doctor Strange, and you can definitely tell with the skin tone color. Queen Studio just have much more pinkness inside the skin, while this one is kind of just dull looking. But I still think that to have him display in the middle of my bust here for the Avengers will go together very well still. One more thing I noticed, the hair that they use here, it feels like wool, even though it got some product in it. But down here, I can definitely feel that it's kind of like, it feels like a broom. While other bust, it has more softer tone into it. Even Doctor Strange here with a lot of product in his hair. Yeah, but right down here where the product is not on all that much, it's still a lot softer than this custom one. All right, guys, that's it for the unboxing and review of this custom Mark 85 life-size bust. Now, I paid about $4,600 all in for it, and the edition size, there is none. You didn't see it anywhere, not on a pamphlet, not underneath the base or nothing. So that could be the downfall because they can just keep reproducing this piece. But I don't really care for that. I think the fact that I bought this piece is because of the Robert Downey Jr. look on a bust, and nobody else has done it. And I feel like they nailed this really good. Even though there are so many other things that I don't like about it, as you see when on my cons. But it's still, if it's worth it to you, I think then you should get it. But just make sure that you go to the right dealership, somebody you trust, like myself, like Anton. Give him a shout out again if you want to look for this kind of piece. Hit him up, ask him if he can get another one. You know, you just make sure you don't go to like somebody you don't know and get scammed, or even like a recast that might be coming out in a further future. All right, but you guys let me know how you think of this, if it's worth it, if it looks just like Robert Downey Jr. or not. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.